Influences on climate. Wind patterns and water currents shape Europe's climate. Together they create a mild climate throughout much of the continent. Madrid, Spain, and Columbus, Ohio are about the same latitude, yet January temperatures in Spain are much milder than those in Ohio. This is because the North Atlantic current carries warm waters from the Gulf of Mexico to Europe. Winds from the west pass over the water and carry more warmth to the coasts of Europe. These winds are known as westerlies, and they play a major role in warming the European climate. Other wind patterns also have an effect on Europe's climate. Winds from Africa warm parts of southern Europe. Winter winds from Asia lower temperatures throughout most of Eastern Europe. The water surrounding Europe also affects the continent's climate. Winds blowing off the water cool the land in the summer and warm the land in the winter. As in other parts of the world, location influences what vegetation grows in Europe. Agricultural goods can be grown further north here than in North America. The vegetation in the region varies from forest to grasslands to tundra plants. The types of vegetation in Europe are closely linked to the climate regions. Page 180. Climate regions. Europe has 8 climate regions, each with different vegetation. Wind, ocean currents, latitude, and landforms all help to determine Europe's varied climates. Most of Europe falls into 3 main climate regions: marine west coast, continental or humid continental, and Mediterranean. Marine west coast. Much of northwestern and central Europe has a marine west coast climate. This region has mild winters, cool summers, and large amounts of rainfall. The North Atlantic current brings warm waters to this part of Europe. Because of the mild temperatures, the region has a long growing season. Forests thrive in this climate. Some forests consist of deciduous trees, which lose their leaves in the fall. Coniferous trees, also called evergreens, grow in the cooler areas of this climate. Humid continental. Most of Eastern Europe has a humid continental climate. Cool, dry winds from the Arctic and Asia give this region cool summers and very cold winters. Because of drier winds, the humid continental region also gets less rain and snow. The region has mixed forests of deciduous and coniferous trees also. Excuse me. Mediterranean. The Mediterranean region includes most of southern Europe. This region is known for its hot, dry summers and mild, rainy winters. The mountains of southern Europe affect the Mediterranean climate. The Pyrenees and Alps block chilly northern winds from reaching Spain and Italy. In southern France, the lack of a mountain barrier allows cold, dry wind to blow in from the north. This wind, the Mistral, can occur in the winter and spring. The Mediterranean climate is also affected by hot, dry winds that sometimes blow from Africa. These winds are called siroccos in Italy. They pick up moisture as they cross the Mediterranean Sea and make southern Europe hot and humid. Plants that grow in the region need to be drought resistant because of the overall lack of rain. This is why olive trees and grapevines are able to thrive in the region. Other climate regions. Northern Europe has 2 regions of extreme cold. The subarctic zone covers parts of Norway, Sweden, and Finland. Excuse me. Evergreens grow in the low altitudes of this region. The tundra region is found in the very north of these countries and in Iceland. The tundra is an area of vast treeless plains near the North Pole. The higher altitudes of the Alps and Carpathians have a highland climate, which is generally cold. Europe's last 2 climate regions cover a relatively small part of the land. The steppe region is located in southern Ukraine. Steppes are dry grasslands. A small piece of the land north of the Adriatic Sea falls into the humid subtropic region. This climate has hot, wet summers and mild, wet winters.